And hello everyone, this is Dubious Physics coming to you from Satisfactory. It's time for some building and blowing stuff up, maybe. It's good to see you folks. It's been a bit, especially since I've been in Satisfactory, but I'm feeling it. I do really enjoy this game. I'm looking forward to improvements coming in the next big couple of updates. And I also enjoy hanging out with you folks, so it is really good to see you. Welcome to Novillian in the chat, and anyone else who may be watching. And welcome from the brand new Ethereum and Quickwire manufacturing plant we've got here. Good stuff. The overflow production and everything. How much Quickwire am I actually carrying on me? I should go to a full stack at least. Let me grab some from the brand new storage. Just grab one a full stack. There we go. Alright. And how have you been doing, Novillian? That's good to see you. Hope you have been having a decent week so far, at least. You've been good, and that's great to hear. Alright. Letting those machines run forward a bit. I set up my first vehicle transport, and so far it's working great, which honestly somewhat surprised me, because my understanding is vehicle transport in Satisfactory leaves a bit to be desired, and there are huge improvements to it coming in as one of the main features of Update 5. So that's good to see. Good to see stuff working relatively well. Right, these machines are all operating at full capacity, got coal feeding to fuel, and alright. And I'm glad you've actually had a pretty good week, Novillian. That's excellent. Okay, max consumption is going up to 512.3 megawatts with production at 525, so it's time to actually finish the first pair of core power arrays. What that means up front is I should open the build menu. Power. Okay, I'm going to need 7 more coal generators. I am going to need various power lines and so on. I am going to need 3 more water extractors. 1, 2, 3, and various splitters and power poles and so on. I should have that covered at least. So one of those generators is going to be a dedicated gen for powering the water extractors and coal extraction, I believe. And one of those, and then the rest are going to feed directly to the main grid power. At least that's how I think I'm gonna have it going. While I am pondering that, let me just double check. I could probably make the AI limiters to finish some of this. Finish most of the categories here. Okay, but that's not a priority right now. Power is my main blocker, so let us go obtain power via the brand new vertical hypertube link, which I am quite happy with. I think it even looks pretty good, especially given the kinks I have to work through to get it all the way up in one go. You can see the connection point here, because you can't get all the way across this huge gap with one tube. So I had to finagle that a bit. And so far, so good. Okay. This coal extraction is powered off the main grid because it's non-critical. Now this coal extractor, it's a miner Mark 1, is powered off our manpower. Let me just double check the capacity on this plant though before I finagle too much. So look at this power grid here. We have a capacity of 75 megawatts with a max consumption of 65. That's powering all 3 water extractors at, I believe, how many each? Is it 25 each? 20 megawatts each. 60, and then the 5 megawatts is for a miner Mark 2. Now, in theory, I should have, in theory I may be running an overclocked miner, it's running a miner Mark 1. I need to check the power requirements for miner Mark 2, especially when overclocked. I don't think there's a miner Mark 3 as far as I'm aware. So let's say you've got a miner Mark 2. It's 12 megawatts, so it's going to jump from 65. Okay, we have the overcapacity to run a miner Mark 2 off the same grid. What we don't have is the overcapacity. What we don't have, as far as I'm aware, is the overcapacity to run that miner Mark 2 overclocked. Because there's one more coal deposit here, isn't there? Let me just find it. And I may as well put down the that's for a miner Mark 2. Okay, I'm gonna need some modular frames. Well, I should have foreseen it, it's always the modular frames. Should make an equipment workshop as well. And I'm gonna need more iron rods as well. Do I have plain iron? Yes, I have plain iron plates on me. I can make some rods. Oh, those are made from plain iron ingots. Okay, I've got plain iron ingots on me, I should make some rods from then. And yeah, so overclocking, I can overclock. If in theory, at least, I'll want to fully utilize the output of these coal nodes, so I'll need to overclock. So it will actually be efficient and power efficient, despite the increased power draw, to have an overclocked miner Mark 2 on each coal node. However, I need to bear in mind the capacity of the essentially the coal network driver generators when doing so. And make sure they never fall under capacity, because otherwise that's going to make it a pain to kickstart the grid. Okay, I need 10 modular frames total. For some reason, I'm just going to have this one. I forget what I built that needed an odd number of modular frames, so I'm forever just going to have this one modular frame sitting around. Right, let's get 2 portable miners. I'm going to go ahead and power this off the main grid for a brief while, just so it doesn't go over capacity on the core power grid. Okay, miner Mark 2. Clean replacement. 240 coal a minute. In order to overclock it 250%, oh, right, there's no point in overclock, because the most output a conveyor belt Mark III can handle is 270. So, I literally can't draw output from it faster than a than 270, and it may not even be worth that. 14.5 megawatts. That is okay. So it's always going to be. It is always going to be within the capacity of a single power plant. 3 water extractors working at regular capacity, and 1 miner Mark II on a pure coal node will always be within capacity. That's good to know. Right, I'm going to have to build another splitter setup for coal delivery. Gotta go ahead and wire up the miner Mark II to the main grid again. Where's that power line? There it is. Okay. Here and here. Does that clip through anything? Yes, it does. In that case, I better make you... I'm just gonna make an extra... I'm just gonna make an extra power pole here. Just to make it neater. Without raising the height of the power lines down below, where they might collide with the conveyor belts. Okay, that seems reasonable. Now I'm going to make a ladder over here before I forget. That actually looks kind of weird. Okay, let me make sure it doesn't clip to the ground. There we go. And I'm trying to do Destiny jumps in this game now. Okay, I can keep the ramps on that side. And I just need to add some foundations over here. The coal split. Is that gonna collide with the power pole? No, it's not. That's good. Good. Okay. This should look plenty reasonable. I may need it to be spread wider than it currently is. So far, so good. I could cut down, I believe I could cut down on the verticality needed for this by doing some of the splitting later on. Or just increasing the amount of belts fit in. I don't know, I like the neatness of the setup now. Anyway, I should go fetch more cables. To cable production. Honestly, I should have made sure I had enough to build all that when I, before I went up. But, fortunately, I actually have production online and can just pull from storage now. which is good. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some more cables. I actually will need a lot of wiring, so I should grab it and do yet another stack of cables. And then, before I forget, I should deposit this extra coal here. Or perhaps not, I've got more coal. Can I shove coal into something? I'll have to figure out some way to shove that coal. So I've run out of space in my personal overflow chest, which is a little awkward. At some point this will need to be a train track. Can deliver both the power and the resources. Okay. I think there should be room for the coal in this empty coal generator here. There we go. Let's go ahead and finish building all the coal power plants along this row. It's 2. Come on, game, let me... Why is it finicky like that? 3... 4... 5... Oh, that's wrong. 5... 6... 7... And this should be the full set of 8, but let me fill in the foundations first. They should have their own independent power connectors and water extraction powered by the first generator in the row. This first generator could also power another coal-fired power plant if we really needed it to. Sorry, not another coal. What am I saying? Another miner if we really needed it to. But at the moment we can feed that 120 coal off our current miner Mark II output, which is pulling from a pure node for a total of 260. So 200. What am I? My brain is working great right now. 240 iron. Yeah, I'm gonna need my chainsaw. Sorry, plant. Buttons. It's got to connect cleanly. Extend the foundation out this way. And connect them all down the line. Looks like we're a little too far. Is it not? Okay, that's better. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I think I can just build in parallel to the existing layout here, and it should make sense. And I will want to... Oh, actually I don't have to worry about carefully tuning each of these generators because I can feed the output of this generator into the power critical network. However, it overlaps other power poles, so what I'm probably going to do is make it a power pole Mark II, so it's slightly higher. And hopefully that works out nicely. What I'm also going to do, moderately compulsively, okay, put pole slot number 3. Those buttons don't work. Me, tool slot number 3, as I am going to paint power critical system elements. Okay, the power poles aren't terribly distinctive, that it'll do. Like, half tempted to paint all the pipes here, but no, that's just the devices and power poles. The power consuming devices and power poles that are run off the power critical network, I will paint, just so I can easily tell that they're separate. I guess the power poles are a little more distinct in the light. I kind of wish it colored a bigger section of them though. Okay. I think that works out fine. Separately colored grid. And let's do the main grid hookup for all of these. Okay, I should actually hook up this power line. This power line hooks to that, and not the first one. Hook up to the next power line, connect the next 2 power plants to it. Last power line. 1, 2, and 3 power plants. Okay, that is all the power hookups done. I can't make pipeline Mark IIs yet, so I'm gonna need a full for water extractors. There's not as much room for water extractors here. I have to figure out how I want to line them up. I will need 3 of them, one way or the other. Also, to avoid clipping issues with the core power plants, I may want to consider moving my connectors and pipes out a little further. It requires slightly more belt resources, but that should be fine. Right, so for reference right now, conveyor lift directly attached there. That's fine. And I have a cross connector set up so it just fits past that. That's the wrong. orientation. Stand on this so I can actually see. It's a bit finicky actually seeing the reference connections for this. I think previously I had it here. Yeah, that looks pretty consistent with what I had previously. I'm actually gonna move the move these connectors one step further out than I had them previously. And it's gonna take some finagling to get the I believe it's gonna take some finagling to get the splitters lined up the way I want them. I'm gonna have to manually stack 3 of them and then make the connections. Rather than placing them directly there, but it'll be worth it because the clearance is really finicky when you connect stuff directly to the conveyors. It doesn't like letting you place belts close to that, and it's very hard to rework that once you've committed to it. So I just want to get the pipes set up correct first before I commit to too much else. Right, water extractor time. Is that the correct orientation? Yes. Water's not deep enough. Okay, how's that look? I think it looks pretty okay. Doesn't clip into it much. Water's actually really shallow here. I think, but it's good enough for it to work. Good enough for me. I can actually, with the blade runners, I think I can actually jump from the extractor to terrain, which is a plus overall. I can place 2 more adjacent. And I can actually have, I think I can actually have their pipeline outputs managed out here, which would also be a huge plus. Let me step that back a little bit. Hang on. Just keeping these plonked down for reference positions. Up. I think so. Can I hook this up to a... Cool, it'll let me make a pipeline short enough. That looks slightly neater. Let's get some foundations extended over here as well. Okay, yeah, it won't let me build the pipeline support from that end. Either that or... Hang on a moment. No, it's aligned correctly. Why will it let me build the pipeline support on one side but not the other? Interesting. But that does mean I need to move these one step back. Which is alright. need to... Okay, I need some vertical clearance to actually be able to see those lines. Again, it's a bit finicky with the pipe guidelines at some points. There we go, that should actually be connected. One pipeline Mark 1 can only handle up to... Can't handle the full output of 3 water extractors. Only 2 and a bit. So I need to distribute it over a pipeline loop. But that does work. And just get something to stand on. There we go. Probably don't even need to upgrade these to Pipeline Mark IIs once I get access, just because the loop works neatly enough anyway. Okay, it needs to actually be connected in from this end. There to D. Yeah. Need that to look nice and straight. That's not nice and straight. Here? No, not quite. In between these two is where the support needs to be. Hang on. But... Come on. Okay, there we go. Dismantle pipeline support. Oh, didn't quite dismantle that. There we go. And that should look correct. Yes, there we go. Now I can get the pipeline hookups for all of the... No. Pipeline hookups for all of the portable generators. Clean coal power going eventually, or as clean as coal can be, which is not very. Oh, that was not correctly aligned. Let's dismantle these two, come on. I haven't gotten to play with nuclear power in Satisfactory before. It'll be nice when we get there, significantly more environmentally friendly. Okay. Water aligned. Yes, okay, that's the last water hookup this loop needs. And pipeline support just needs to be right one step before the foundation. Wait, no. A few steps further in, 2 steps further in, I think. Because the way it connects. Is that straight? Yep, straight and narrow. Let's break down these 3, place it with a single pipeline connection. Water hookup for this is complete. And I just need to paint the water extractors before I forget. I'm hitting all of the wrong buttons. Thank you, game. And from that power plant Mark II, power line Mark II, I need to run the hookup through for the water extractors. If I can get it. No, that clips in stuff. Okay. It's off the purple one, right? It's kind of hard to see, but I think that is off the purple one. Okay. Got power pole here, and I can hook up one. Oh, that's too long. Okay, I probably can't do it all off one power line without the power line being too long. 1, 2. Oh, I should not have hooked these up right away. Okay, I'm gonna break down these power lines for a moment. Restart that grid quickly. Because we need the second critical power plant online for that to work. But let's get these connections done first. Okay, 1, and this can do 1 and 2. And let's paint that power pole and that power pole as well. Maybe I should have chosen more distinctive colors. Is there a color? I wonder if there's a color for the power pole that can be super distinctive in the dark. And hey, Ro, welcome to the stream. I do need to try Astroneer at some point, so that's probably not an unreasonable call. How about we try relatively bright green. Okay, really bright green, together with the darker purple. This will override everything else in paint. Okay, yeah, the green is a bit more distinctive. Green is a bit more distinctive. That's good. I need to be able to tell the power poles apart in the dark, relative dark. But yes, Ro, it's fantastic to see you. How have you been doing? Okay, what I'm going to briefly do is fill. Actually, no, I need to start feeding these with coal first. Then I can bring the water extractors online. I'm glad to hear you have been doing, bro. You keep on doing. You are very cool, and absolutely, you are an awesome human being. And thank you. I'm good. I'm glad to be up and streaming again. What did I use for the side splitters? Yeah, splitters are fine. Now let me go stand on something so I can align these. Because I can't just attach them to those. I actually need to properly overlap the I actually need to properly overlap the pipes directly. Get the right alignment. No, no, that's not quite right. Let's be further out. Boop. There. Boop. Is it where the... No, it's not quite where that is. Okay. That should be the correct alignment. And this should be the correct feed angle. It would actually work to use a simple manifold for this, but it's just a habit I've developed from my Factorio days, that I don't like relying on relying on slow feed systems for power, even though it works fine in Factorio. Just don't mind my setup here, it's largely unnecessary to do it this way, but perhaps fun to watch. And that is what we're here for. Come on. I do kind of wish I hadn't, I should have probably laid these down before the pipes. It is easier to lay them down before the pipes, but... the pipes are what I needed to align them with. I would have had to figure out a reference alignment. Three. One, two, three. One, two, three. Last one. I don't need to put that on top of the pipe at least. One. 2 and 3 high. Okay. Now, the elevators. Mark 1 feed should be enough for any of these, as it only needs 15 coal a minute. Oh, and I can drop off some of the excess coal in my inventory in these as well. Do I need to build the conveyor belts at the top? Hang on. Being uncooperative. Okay. Okay, apparently these are already connected. So that's good. Let's make sure that lines up correctly. First feed in should be 1, 2, 3 high. How many steps back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Hang on a minute. Assuming this is aligned directly with 0. Hang on. One step out, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 high. And a conveyor Mark 1 leads into that. Can break down this as well. Okay, now step forward from here. Hopefully this works out with the let me see how it looks on the other side. It may not align well with the pipe positioning. I may have to increase the steepness. Yeah, it doesn't align that well with the pipe positioning. Let's see if it works well here. See if it works well a little steeper. Ooh, no, that is probably way too steep. Yeah, okay. That is bothersome. I can't have it the way I want without it clipping into the pipes a bit. Or clipping into the splitters. I mean, I don't... That doesn't look terrible, but it's not quite right. Yeah, because this is flipped from the other side, so the alignments are all different. To get it far out enough on the other side, it would have to be here, which again is far too steep. I mean, I suppose I could just elevate the elevators one level and put the splitters in higher. That would be a bit, and then that level of steepness. Wait, no, that still doesn't work out because it needs a staircase. It's fine. I'll probably just have the stackable conveyor poles also supporting the it's welded in to the splitters here and supporting them as well. As long as I don't bug myself about it too much, it looks fine. It mostly just bugs me. Alright, so that's coal feed number 1. And I'll just put number 2 in place just to make sure it works correctly. For 2 is enough to verify the loading concept. And these are both already connected, at least according to the game. Okay, I'm gonna hook up the coal splitting at the other end, so I actually have some feed through. And also a cat says hi and wants to steal my salad. No, kitty, you are not old enough for salad yet. Right, I need to change the feed setup here. No, kitty, that is not food. Not food. Settle down. Also, you're very, very adorable. Please settle down. Cats. Okay. This is a Conveyor Mark II taking the output. Conveyor Mark II's cap out at 120. I actually need a Conveyor Mark III to fully take the output of this Conveyor Mark II. So let's pull these down. we can set up. And now I have more coal I need to shove into things. Okay, so I am going to need a conveyor splitter fed that way. Yep. Can I actually fit? No, too steep. Splitter needs to be one step further out, I think. Oh, it's still too steep. Do I need a conveyor elevator? Is that what's needed here? Make that a Mark III. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Yeah, okay, it has to be one step further in then, which looks less neat, which bugs me. You know what, I'm gonna reposition the Miner Mark II. Miner Mark II, reposition it so it's rotated in to the same orientation as everything else. Okay, we'll line up a conveyor splitter here. A Mark III elevator or lift here. No, that okay. I don't have enough clearance for a. Let's just see if I can directly hook up the conveyor. Okay, that actually works fine. Well, that takes the full output. I need a Mark II to feed into the main coal array. It's going through now. Okay, coal feed is back online again, and I'm going to dump off the excess coal I was carrying. That's a bit better. And I'm going to set up another 8 splitter array around the back here. That should be a Mark III, no, Mark II, taking 120 coal. And let's see where my splitters have to be positioned. Okay, we need at least a foundation's worth of clearance. Let's get building. This one takes input from side. I'm probably just gonna mirror my existing setup. It works okay. This one takes from... Okay, they both pull from the center and feed to... Okay, this one pulls direct output, and this one pulls from the center, this one pulls from the center. And I'm going to need another power line so as to not clip into things, I think. It's the main power grid. I should be a little careful adjusting how that connects, but it should be fine. Can I squeeze under... I think I can squeeze under a conveyor belt with power line Mark 1. Then hook it up there. Oh, that clips into the ground. Can I put it there without it clipping into the ground? Yes. I'll take it, although the engineer in me is a little bugged by the fact that I could probably directly run into that live cable with my face. There. With my face. But it's in game it's a little more out of the way. Which is nice. But don't run into live cables with your face, kids, it's unhealthy. Okay, conveyor belt Mark 2 hooks up all the way here. Okay, and just want to position I'm positioning the support neatly. I think that's alright, and we're hooked up. It's 120, feeding into there, and no, the support is not positioned correctly, which means I will have more coal in my inventory in a moment. The support needs to be here. Cool. It's nice and clean, and feeds into the splitter array. And so it's 60 coming out each side there. 30 coming out of that one. Okay, these ones take behind. And should be 30 coming out of each of. Okay, 30 coming out there, and 30 coming out there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 should be able to provide 15 units of coal each. Just need to build our giant feed stacks. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this side, going higher up, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Although I may change the ordering of these compared to how it's done. The actual output ordering may be a little different compared to how it's done on the other side. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I don't need the pop conveyor pole on each one. Okay, on this one I had the consistency is gonna bug me. Okay, so the insides were the lowest on these. 15. And bed from the back here. Another 15. Similarly, the inside's the lowest. 15. 15. 15. I'm very much tempted to, in fact, compelled to build more foundations over here now. Which means I need to redo this power line. Great. You know what? I'll just make sure... I'll just put it on the foundation. Yep, freaking give me a ladder. Power line on the foundation edge here, and that links there. And that way I can't run into the power line with my face. In fact, I can probably shortcut and skip that last one now. There we go. And I hope feeding your cats goes well, Ro. I hope your cats are doing well in general. Mischievous creatures that they may be. Okay. There, hook up 1. And there, hook up 2. Can I put... Okay, there we go. There are 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. Me up. Okay. Then it's 3, 4. Let me through. Maybe I should have done the ones in the center. I'm actually gonna need more iron plates, I think. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6. Yeah, I'm gonna need more iron plates. 6, 7, and 8. Before I go grab more iron plates, I'm gonna verify that this power pole runs underneath. Cats are bothering each other again, as they do. It always concerns me somewhat because they play very noisily, but it doesn't seem to hugely bother them as far as I can tell. But apologies if you hear the noises of playfully combative cats in the background. They do also manage to make me concerned that they're not being playful. Okay, iron plates. I have iron plate storage here. I require 1, 2, 3 stacks of iron plates. 4 stacks to be safe. I mean, elaborate twisting conveyor belt patterns are fun, Navillion. That is absolutely valid. I tend to try and make them neat and consistent. Like that's kind of it's one of many compulsions of mine. And at the moment, in Satisfactory, I mean, you can absolutely make them twisting and fun, but one of the main performance hits the game can suffer, especially when it comes to synchronization between players who are networked with each other, is lots of lots of items on conveyors covering great distances. So that there are some issues with that at the moment, although it is certainly very fun. Right, let's get these hooked up. Okay. The coal feed stack for the second set of generators is ready. And let's see if the first two generators are being fed with coal. To do that, I will remove some coal from them. Yes, okay. That one's being fed. Yes, that's also being fed. And then I will once again go shove coal in the other generators, so that it's not clogging up my inventory. Now, the first generator is online and being fed. What I am going to do is kickstart the water generators just off the main power grid temporarily, just to get water into our power plants. Max consumption is actually exceeding production at the moment. But we're good for now because not everything is online. This is just temporary. Okay. Once this is on to 100% in terms of water being consistently pumped into it, I will switch it off. The water generators will switch off briefly, and then hook the water generators up to the critical power grid, like the original plan was. Right now, actually, I want to check. These two poles are supposed to connect, weren't they? Does that clip into anything? I think that may clip into things now. Darn it. Okay. We'll make a power line here. Ah! Gonna bug me. Okay. No, we're gonna make a power line just adjacent to this pole here. And that also feeds neatly under the conveyor belt. And I am going to paint it so I can clearly tell the difference. Okay, and when that's ready, I'm gonna hook that power line up to there. To run the water extractors. Now, when the other critical systems generator is properly online. Also, Navillion, are you saying you wouldn't play this with me? I'm joking, to be clear. That's fair. For what it's worth, when I say it has issues with that performance, those performance issues do occur in multiplayer. I'm saying they're primarily in multiplayer. They do also occur in single player. Like, you can already see with some of the very long conveyors I'm running that there's a bunch of pop-in with the conveyors, and it does tank the game's performance. That's something to consider. Okay. Water extractors have been switched to the critical power grid. Critical power grid has enough production to cover everything, and room to cover another minor Mark II if needed, although not necessarily overclocked. So this core generator is now running off critical is now helping run critical power, and one of the generators is online now that it is being fed coal. In fact, several of the generators are online now that they are being fed coal. Have been fed coal because of I had coal in my inventory and needed to shove it somewhere. However, now these rocks are bugging me. Do I have any explosives left? Get me my bombs. Okay, I have one left. I think? No, I have no explosives left, never mind. Fine, I'm gonna have to do this the non-destructive way. The non-destructive way, which is to actually move the power pole. Or put an extra power pole in here. Power pole Mark 1. Sure, I'll embed it in the rocks. I think it looks fine embedded in the rocks. And, I suppose that makes sense, Novellian. Okay. Let's hook that through. Water generators firing up once again. Water extractors, rather. And they are all running off the critical grid now. Excellent. Now let's start feeding coal into these power plants. I need a conveyor lift Mark 1. Connected to there. Verifying that it claims it's already connected. Okay. I need some poles here. Spell along. Along. And in. Pull apart those splitters as well. Let's see, is the elevator working? Yes, the elevator is working. The generator is being fed coal. Excellent. Next generator. Let's build the conveyor poles. I need more iron rods. Do I have any iron ingots on me? I think I turned them all into rods. Let's go fetch some iron rods. Let's see if I'm low on anything else while I'm at it. I have plenty of concrete. Good, I found iron plates. I should top up my stacks of steel products. And copper sheets. Yeah, steel products and copper sheets. And I should be able to pull a few stacks of iron rods from this array somewhere. One stack of iron rods. Two stacks of iron rods. 3. And 4. That should do for now. May as well fill up my stack of smart plating. And steel products. Down to the first floor. Yes, the factory has floors now, woo. Back, bro. Good to see you. I hope the cats are happy. steel pipe. One more stack of steel pipe just in case. Steel beams. And encased industrial beams. Should get our power load climbing again. Let's get back upstairs. For what it's worth, don't plan just chaos is what I'm used to in Satisfactory with other people. I only really get to apply a level of... I've only really gotten to apply a level of planning I'm comfortable with on my own. And I know maybe one other person who kind of runs and plans at the same pace as I do. So that's I'm used to matching other people's pace. That's it. If you ever play Factorio, but try not to chaos, you will die. Factorio times. Okay, ladder's working. Just checking. Coal feeds going. Let's finish connecting up the coal feeds for these power plants. We'll do it from this end so the coal can actually flow. Okay. Get the conveyor pull up there. Hook it up. Actually, I think it's still easier to hook it up from the other end. Anyway, stackable poles. 1, 2, 3. Hook it up there and feed it in. We can pull down these 2 splitters. Oh, and actually connect the conveyor lift too. This is being fed coal, right? Yes, it is. And so is this. Coming online. Excellent. Pull apart these splitters, assuming this has been aligned correctly, which it has. Build stackable poles. Climb on top of the stackable poles. Come on, let me hook to that conveyor, thank you. Go. The fact that you move on conveyors, while a staple of this genre, can be really bothersome and satisfactory, I have to say. Okay, that hookup is done. Onto the wait. Shoot. Hold. I'm glad I caught this in time, but this is out of alignment. I will now have more coal in my inventory, of course. Hey you, random power plant. No, you're full of coal. Hey, you've been naughty, Santa's given you coal. There you go. Coal for the masses. Reconnect. Reconnect there. And okay. One more stackable pole there. One more connection there. Connection there. think that's correctly aligned again. See if coal comes through in a bit. In the meantime, let's hook up the next one. That alignment looks correct. I can pull down these splitters. Let's actually make sure I align the stackable poles correctly. 2, 3. And pole feed into there. And a stackable pole feed into there. Rinse and repeat until everything's connected, but I'm having trouble getting up. And I can't crouch under that. Okay, next stackable. Come on, give me the... There we go. Next stackable. And direct connection there. Hang on, no, next stackable still. Making sure I didn't skip any stackables, because apparently I almost did that too. No, that all looks correct. So far, so good. And is this being fed coal? Well, we'll see in a bit. I'll finish the connections for everything, and by that time coal should be feeding into them, and I'll be able to verify the connection. Okay, conveyor lift. Hook up. Alignment, correct. Dismantle the placement splitters. Place stackable conveyor poles to 3. Start hooking up the belts. And what am I out of now? Come on. Oh, I'm in the way. I'm not out of anything. Okay. Come on, hook it up. Greetings to Lair1428 in the chat. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am just feeding coal power plants at the moment. As you do. Okay, that should be right. Just back down this ladder in a manner which hopefully does not kill me. Make sure everything stacks up right. Yeah, that looks correct. Last connection. Okay, I put in this already as a reference, so it should be correctly aligned. Here the water extractor's firing up as the coal power plants actually have demand for water. Right, let's put down the conveyor poles. It's easiest on ground level. And the belt hookups. Claire is asking, why are you using Mark 1 belts when you could use Mark 3 or Mark 4 belts and then use splitters to break it down for the coal generators? I'm doing the splitting in advance. You can absolutely use a faster belt and then just connect it with a manifold, but it's this setup isn't entirely not necessary and satisfactory. It's just a habit of mine from power critical systems. I don't like manifold feeds for power, like stuff that takes a while to get to feed everything for power plants and the like. So that's why I'm pre-splitting the coal, so that it feeds all the generators at the same time, essentially. And then that's why I have a giant stack of conveyors feeding everything the way it's going. I am aware that you don't really need to do this, and you can just use a manifold setup, but that's just a habit of mine. And I don't, for a power system, I don't want to wait for it to wait for the first generator to fill up for stuff to start feeding down the line. Still, thank you for the advice. Now it's time to check if the generators are actually getting fed. It's probably easiest to do it from this end so I don't have to step over pipes the whole way. Yeah, given that you only need you could absolutely split it down that way. And again, because in Satisfactory you don't need to power defense turrets or anything, having a manifold setup absolutely makes sense. That's just a habit of mine. And sometimes it's fun to build and /or watch. Okay. You are being fed coal. 2 generators being fed. 3. This generator, okay, it's being fed. 4. 5. 6. 7. And why do you have no fuel? You have water. Did I? Oh, I forgot to connect the Did I forget to connect the last step? No. It seems the elevator is not connected. Just the one out of all of them that needed me to manually connect the elevator. Interesting. Oh, that's a nice tip. They're actually using the disassembler tool to keep track of the items inside a building. Thank you for that. That's actually real neat. Being able to check it from a distance. That's nice. Hadn't thought of using the disassemble tool that way before. Okay, that generator is also being fed. And that is the power online. Okay, the critical grid is covered, and I now have almost 500 megawatts of extra capacity for the main grid. Which hopefully will do. That is power achieved. Now I can move on to the rest of the to-do list. And some of that is going to be researching how to make the crystal oscillators, which is going to require me just to refine a bit of quartz, or actually no, I need to go get quartz if I want to research crystal oscillators, and it's not a priority at the moment. Just chuck some smart plating into storage. Researched all the tier 4 milestones. Yeah, I think just fetching some quartz from where it's being extracted might be the next step. And, well, before I do that, I'm going to take a brief break. It's gonna be 5 to 10 minutes. And now is a good time to remind everyone to take care of themselves as well. Hydrate, stretch, grab some food if you need to. You're absolutely worth it. Clothing does indeed have many seams, Ro, and hope to see you after the break. And we're back. Thanks for sticking around, folks. Alright, it is time to get back to it. And by it, I mean one or two quick things I wanna just get going with my whole setup before I wander off into the void for random expeditions to get quartz. I should go ahead and plonk down a merger here. I'll put on the light. Actually get it lined up with this. And then I may as well just directly hook up the output, my smart plating output to that. For now, I'm sure it'll come in handy later, but until such a time I may as well just sink some smart plates, because they should count for a fair bit more than most of the other things I'm sinking at the moment. And it'll get the ball rolling on the rest of this production line. Although, quick check here, yeah, okay. This merge, the ability to smack merges on top of things is nice. It would be, but it would be nicer if it worked consistently. So I found I almost always have to remove and replace the merger before it'll work correctly, especially if I hook stuff up to it that wasn't hooked up initially after the fact. Gonna shove the extra smart plating in my inventory into here. And that should now work just fine. Allow notes, you have to be aiming at the conveyor belt and not the ground. That's a good point. Although I've had issues with that when I've successfully done the merge as well. But that's a good point though. Thank you for that reminder. Okay. Next quick thing I wanted to do before I wandered off to go grab quartz. Was just AI limiters, that's what I was doing. Because I can just kick off one of the research elements here. The high-speed connector, no, not the high-speed connector. The power switch research with a few AI limiters. And I have the quick wire on me to make a bunch. So I may as well. I don't especially need power switches at the moment, but they're nice to have. And I'm not actually aware of another way to easily signpost things in the game, so I've been using power switches as signposts in much of my time in Satisfactory. And I need more copper sheets. There we go. Right, craft bench time. Maybe I should have just smacked down a craft bench over there. I should probably get this automated at some point. And yeah, the location I've ended up setting up in Lair is it's little far away from, or like awkwardly far away from the closest quartz nodes. But I have found what I believe to be the closest one. It's possible that there are others that don't require the same amount of navigational finagling that that one does. What did I... Right, I wanted to get some quick wire. Yeah, I've got some portable extractors and stuff set up there, so I can just pull the quartz out of them. Thank you for the advice, though. Where is... I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I'm making AI limiters. There we go. I think I needed 100. I'll double check after I hit the 50 threshold. Making a small factory at the other end would be a potential solution as well. Although I'm never sure what to power them off. I guess I could power them off. I could run power lines out there, or just throw down a biomass burner. Let me just double check what the MAM wants for this. 50 limiters. Okay, I did have enough. That's good, I checked then. Oop. And now, with some basic healing items on me, it's time to go get some quartz. Also, I should... I wanted to make some explosives. For that, I'll need more black powder. For that, I'll need sulfur and coal. I think that's why I kept coal on me. How much sulfur do I have? Oh, I should have kept some spare coal. Oh well. Yeah, a long power line does seem to be the simplest solution in many cases. But navigating to this particular quartz patch, I think should probably outline why I haven't really... I've been there twice, and I haven't really gone and run the power out there just yet. Although again, I probably should. I kind of want to wait until I've got trains online before I start setting up in distant locations, because then I can just use the train line to run the power there as well and deliver stuff where it's needed. But at the same time, I am still having to make trips like this for quartz. But I don't mind running through the countryside here and there. I'm being chased. I have a suspicion I'm being followed. So just, my unsurpassed intuition tells me that there's something behind me. Hypertube link would be a good idea for this as well. Okay, I've already checked that crash site. I don't think I'm being followed anymore. Now, my question is, did me plonking down an equipment workshop here stop the big guy from spawning on the quartz deposits constantly? I think the answer... bees. No bees this time, thank you. The answer might be no, although no, that was just a rock formation that looked vaguely like one of their heads. So I'm not being accosted immediately. Just yet. That's good. Okay, portable miners. That's 2 pure quartz nodes. It would be nice to find some way to... So I guess I don't have too much in the way of recipes that need quartz just yet as well. I'm just grabbing it for research projects. And yeah, it seems like the craft bench there was enough to suppress the spawns. Which is, it's nice. I should drop craft benches in random locations more often. I have a habit of feeling like I'm littering and picking them back up. Which I don't think is strictly necessary, but yeah. Thanks very much for dropping by, Lair. It's been great having you. Take care. Hope you have a great school day, or at least a decent one. Zoom zoom. I'm going to be followed again. I wonder if when I run train tracks, this runs under a whole complex with mountains and stuff, and there's no digging in this game, at least not yet. Ow! I should have jumped that little hitch a bit quicker. Here, I'll apply a full video game exploit mode and run diagonally. I don't know if that actually applies in this game. No. It was actually working against me somewhat because I'm not great at navigating diagonally. Mam's done though, that's good. Should be able to just grab some coal off the storage at the other end, come to think of it. I'm just gonna hop on the freighter. Wonder if you can ride the freighter up and get yourself into tons of trouble when you launch the pod. Yeah, I need a bit of coal, so I'm just gonna grab it off here. Say hi to the truck as it passes. I'm just gonna do one thing. Let's hide the path nodes. There we go. And let the truck continue onwards. Cool, I should be able to make some black powder. And some quartz for research. And I've also finished researching power switches, aka signposts. But the mam's not in there. That's silly me. Okay, power switches are online. I need more stuff for power pole Mark 3. I need plastic for high-speed connectors. Okay, that Caterium is very much blocked. I can't get any further there. Sulfur is just stuff well, it's blocked and it's on stuff I don't need. Quartz. Let's get the crystal oscillator research going. I just need to make some quartz crystals. You know what? I'm going to be slightly efficient about this. For once, I'm not just going to sit at a workbench and do it manually. Here, hook up to the local power grid, throwing down an arbitrary temporary constructor. You are going to make quartz crystals. I am going to give you 100 raw quartz. Have fun. Just my personal constructor. If I actually have it be my personal constructor, I want it to be a bit neater, I think, but there are uses for raw quartz, so I'll keep some stored away. Let's give it a bit more raw quartz. Let's get some sulfur out of storage. What else can I do here? Oh yeah, color cartridges. Oh, I don't have that many flower petals. It's fine, I don't need to paint that many things. I can put another constructor over here. Also hook it up to power. Hang on a moment, you're going to be a power line Mark II. You are making modular terminals for once. No, not modular terminals. You are making black powder. Hopefully? No? Oh, black powder's made at an assembler. Right. Do I have room for an assembler here? I think I do. I just need rotors. I should be able to grab spare rotors out of this whole thing still. I was making reinforced iron plates, yeah. Okay, just give me a stack of rotors, thank you. Get me an assembler. I'll take up that much more space than a constructor. Oh, went into the hypertube by accident. There we go, my personal arbitrary assembler. You're not permanent. I don't have to care that you're clipping. Right. Doop. What am I thinking about? Black powder. Okay. Gonna give you a 1 stack of coal, 1 stack of sulfur. Knock yourself out. I think the constructor is done. Yep. I'll leave it in place. You know what? These may become permanent fixtures to an extent. So, like, this will be part of my research area. So maybe I will fiddle with their power connections. Okay, so that power line is going to go to that. And where's your power connector? Yeah, okay, it's also going to go to this. And well, you don't need to be a Mark II yet. So I will save the resources on that. Personal assembly systems. I am also going to make a foundation here so I don't keep falling off every time I walk around this corner. Right, you're done with quartz crystal. How much should I need for the research? I still need more. Let's shove another stack of quartz in. Actually, no, I don't need to shove another stack of quartz in. I've got enough quartz from storage. Okay, quartz crystal oscillators. I have the reinforced plates. Research, please. Okay, crystal oscillators exclusively used as a component in things. I need 5 of them. It's still probably a little faster to assemble those by hand, and I can only assemble those by hand. Okay, I am going to need more quartz crystal though, so let's process the rest of this quartz. And I'm going to need even more raw quartz. I probably need to get that extracting. I wonder if I could set up a vehicle loop with it. Be something to consider, because it doesn't go through terrain that's too troublesome. Still, it will be better when I have trains. Right, and now onto the next major project. I am going to need to automate production of versatile frameworks. To do that, I need steel beams. I'm going to need more steel production than I currently have. And I am going to need automated modular frameworks. So I need to up my steel beam production to probably double. I think I'm pumping out enough coal for it. And I'm going to turn this into a Mark II as well. And we're going to pile on the refining. And have a whole new production setup to manufacture modular frames. To manufacture modular frames, I need iron rods and reinforced iron plate. To manufacture reinforced iron plate, I need screws and iron plate. Manufacture screws, I need iron rods, and I think the picture is coming through now. How much excess iron plate am I producing here? I'm consuming 30, I believe, so I think I'm funneling off 10. I'm gonna need a bit more, I think, for serious production. So I'm curious as to what's currently powered down and not running at full tilt. Because most systems should be... Oh, I guess it's the steel production, mainly. The steel production line that I don't have a dump for, because I wanted the large reserves of steel available. Okay, let's see how the quartz crystals come. Should be enough. And you're still making black powder. Let's feed you a bit more sulfur. Oh, wrong machine. There we go, a bit more sulfur. Right, crystal oscillators. I need 5 of them. I think I am gonna outright need more quartz. I am. Hang on, how much raw do I have? Any? I am going to outright need more quartz. Okay. Well, in that case, what I will probably do is start the beginnings of running a power line all the way out there. So let me get another stack of iron rods, just in case, an extra stack of wire, and an extra stack of cable. And then I'm going to run power out there, just as the beginnings of a network. The non-committal beginnings. 2 stacks of wire, 2 stacks of cable. Let's go fetch quartz. Again. And this time I may fight things in the process. Okay, where is the logical main power grid hookup to connect? I think I'll upgrade that to a Mark II and start hooking up Mark I connectors through here. Actually, gonna adjust the positioning of that a little bit because closer to the edge here. I want that stuff to not block, say, a vehicle path of a vehicle that's coming through here. long power lines at least don't have associated performance issues, as far as I'm aware, because they don't need to track individual items going through them. Does that clip into anything? Almost, but not quite. Actually, no, it does. I have a reputation for... I have an engineering reputation to uphold, come on. Obsessiveness over clipping. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Also, in actual power you want power lines to have plenty of clearance so that the power doesn't arc to nearby things. Like if I were running actual high voltage edge lines, no way would I want to let them run this close to ground. The cat next to me agrees. Well, this may someday be a train track, I suppose. Hey, can't you see I'm working? Where is it? There you are. Is that all of them? I don't hear any more skittering. Alien organs are quite handy. And I did bring healing, I may as well top up. Well, I could have used those to make more medicinal inhalers, so I don't know how I feel about using those to top up on the fly. I think pale berries are what I'm actually blocked on, so in the future, no, I should say. I think the power lines may suppress future spawning, at least. Eventually get the power grid hooked. Maybe just wherever I go I should run power lines. That should be my trail. That way if I run into a crash site that needs power I can just hook it up to the main freaking power grid. Goes that enough power for you? Like that crash site there. Oh shoot. It actually did trigger something. Buttons. Let me fight you, please. Or ideally, don't make me fight you, but you know, I don't think you're cooperative on that front. What did I trigger? I think it was this plant. Okay, line over there. Pick up some barrel nuts. Into the cave we go. now that I'm here, I'm gonna want to clear that plant, this plant here as well. Now the color gun doesn't work for that. Let's go. All right. Is that sorted? Thought that was an enemy there, but I think that's my craft bench. Let's just take an inhaler. I'll need to make more at some point. And we have power in this cave. Which means what I can do now... Wow, is it dark here. I have a torch of some sort. What I can do now, I can actually pick up these portable miners. Or I apparently don't have room. Okay, right. What I can do now is eat or equip something. I want to keep the barrel nuts, actually. I'll use them. Well, I'll equip that. And let's pick up what's left in this box here. Once again, man, is it dark. Okay, 100 raw quartz. And what I'm going to do for now is pop down 2 miner Mark 1s. I don't know that I'll upgrade them to miner Mark 2s, because quite frankly, I don't know that I'll really need that much quartz for the foreseeable future. 2 miner Mark 1s is more power efficient than a miner Mark 2 anyway. And hook them up to the power grid. Wait, what did I... Okay, there we go. And I don't think I plan on making a truck station here yet, but making a truck route here yet. But I can plonk the station. Well, if I had the modular. All right, making modular terminals. Modular frames. Modular terminals are an annoying thing for an entirely different game. Modular terminals are the elite dangerous thing. Okay, I'll make, I think I needed 15 modular terminals. Maybe that was what I needed the odd modular terminal count for. Okay, 15 modular terminals. It is slightly brighter. That is nice. And I am going to plonk down a truck station here. Mainly, at the moment, it's just going to be used for storage, but it'll let me set up a truck route here in the future. Good, the legs spawned in. I can hook it up to the power here. Not that it really needs to draw any power, and it should be set in load mode. Good. Okay, each of these is pumping out 120 quarts a minute. And there's conveyor Mark 2s, okay. Well, actually, I'm going to need a merger to put these in together. Output there. Can I line it up cleanly with you? No, I can't. And a conveyor Mark 3, 270 maximum. comes up because it's going to be taking in 240. Conveyor Mark II for these. And there, raw quartz coming through. Maybe I will even set up a truck route, but I'd have to siphon off the coal for that from something. So perhaps not immediately. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 by, okay, truck station has 6 by 8 storage. How about an industrial storage container? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so a truck station has, it looks like it has the same storage as an industrial storage container. Industrial storage container is definitely more cost effective, but although it doesn't require steel, the truck station, that's it. So here and there, but at any rate, this works for storage. It'll do. Now, let's head back. Could extract some extra limestone here too if I really needed it. Actually, hang on one moment. I almost forgot. I need more than 200 raw... No, actually the 200 raw quartz I have on me should be enough, shouldn't it? Or 100. Wait. Did I forgot to pick up the other portable miner. One moment. It may have been replaced. I don't know if the game clean replaces portable miners if you put a miner, like a miner Mark 1 on top of them. It doesn't. Okay. Let's get that miner put away. And that should be enough quartz for my purposes. Blade runners are faster than the zip tie going uphill. Same speed as the zip tie on level ground. I think we're going slightly downhill though. Ooh. Okay, the zip line doesn't quite... Did I say zip tie instead of zip line? Well, my words are really working great today. I guess we'll see... Actually, I don't know if the spawns would have cycled yet. At some point, I'll get to see if the power lines suppress enemy spawns. This cave would be a nice source of mycelia as well. I need that. Okay, heading uphill, so I'm just gonna run. Do-do-do-do. Mushroom thingies. I think they're kind of mushrooms. I'm not actually sure. Allegedly, possibly mushroom thingies. At least with the power lines, I'll remember which way is actually back to the factory. I seem to always forget. Like I never remember to make this turn. And instead I end up having to jump off a cliff to get back. Isn't the worst thing, but it's also not amazing. I mean, I may still end up having to jump off a cliff because I turned this way instead. Hello, cliff. Do I wanna? No, I really shouldn't try and hop off. Oh, there's more limestone up there. Right. I'll jump onto the miner, and then I can zip line down. strats. Ah. Things I do to myself. Okay. I can feed more quartz into this machine. Let's give it one more stack. Cool, I'll take the coal and sulfur out of that. One moment, I'll put the coal back in for now and grab the black powder out of that. And what do I want to do here? Let's put the quartz crystals and raw quartz away for now. Okay. Select recipe, that should transfer the coal back to me. So, Nobelisk. Give you a stack of black powder, steel pipe. And I'll put the coal away. Should work out okay. Since I have an extra thingy, since I have an extra portal miner, I may as well do the miner Mark II upgrade now. Wait, why am I missing modular frames? Oh, just because I'm missing modular frames, straight up. I didn't have enough modular frames. Ah. It's always the modular frames. I'll honestly be glad when I have them automated. 10 modular frames, please, game. I mean, in fact, I am setting this up so I can automate modular frames. There we go. Miner Mark II. Hook it up the same way. By the way, let me get rid of this iron ore, please. Okay, and it should be going to be producing 240. I can put the rest of the iron ore into the miner itself, actually. Where was the power hookup? It should be this one. And conveyor belt Mark III hooking up to the splitter. Meaning I will need to smelt another 120 units of iron ore a minute. And this is a conveyor belt Mark II. Okay, this should be able to handle it. I'll just point the splitter out the other way as well. This iron plate delivery belt is kind of in the way, as are these rocks, which are why I want the Nobelisk. So, let's see how that production's coming along. It's almost done. I'll wait for it to finish. Quartz crystals, done here. Let's grab what we have in storage as well. Do I have enough for... Oh, I need to make the thing. And I'm gonna have one extra sitting around. Do the research. Signal tech. Prerequisite for fancy stuff, including the map. Okay, that's super important. The Explorer is also a pretty fun vehicle. I need more beacons, which I should be able to make easily enough, but most importantly, I need more of the crystal oscillators. Specifically, I will need... Can I add this to the to-do list? It would be nice if I could. I will need, okay, 10 crystal oscillators, no, 9 more crystal oscillators, and 6 more beacons. Oops. 10 more, fine, and beacon. Yeah, beacons are no problem. In fact, let me just make those beacons now. And I guess we need to process more quartz into quartz crystals, so back to work, constructor. I'm definitely gonna need more raw quartz. So what I think I'm gonna do... Well, let's see, what's this? Assembler's done? Cool. Let me get my steel pipe back, get an obelisk back, and shut you down. For now. It's explosives time. What was the... Oh, right. Beep. Scanning for power slugs. Oh, am I? Is there a power... Oh, there's one kind of upwards, isn't there? Yeah, there is in that direction. That's why the thing is responding. Right, my detonator is not on the... Let's do this. Okay, there was nothing under there. Good, just checking. And I need this rock out of the way. Thank you. Explosives. Placement here is going to be a little weird, but honestly I don't want to move the whole pole, and it's not that bad having things bend a little, so I'm going to just get us past... Can I actually... Let me see, can I fit one more smelter here? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so we'll start the next smelter array over here. We'll take output from this direction. Conveyor belt Mark II, please. It's gonna be a bit weird, but that's alright. It's been left, and a Mark I should be able to handle each individual smelter's input words. So I need 4 smelters. I'm not sure why the thing's a bit weird there, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Get me foundations, please. Actually, I think I can start using thinner foundations. Yeah, now we can start pretending to be a multi-floor factory around here. Maybe someday I will actually embrace verticality. Okay, a single power pole Mark II. Actually, that needs to be a power pole Mark II as well. I think a single power pole Mark II can run to all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 smelters ready. Okay, and let's line up the input splitters as well. Where's the... Come on, where's the... Why is it not rotating? What's up with my controls? What am I doing? Or what am I derping on? Now that's rotating. Why isn't the splitter rotating? The splitter, I need to change your input direction. Work with me here. Okay, that's rotated. That was weird. Apparently I thought I had snap hold down and that blocked any rotating. Anyway, splitter there, splitter there. So each of those can be hooked up with a Mark I directly into their smelters. This is still going to be 90 coming through here, so that needs a Mark II. And then from here on, 60 and 30 can be handled with Mark I. And I'm going to set the iron ingot recipe on all of these. Each putting out 30 a minute. And, well, I've got some more iron ingot smelting going. Let's go see how my little reducers are doing. Okay, that's all the quartz crystal I'm getting for now. I'm still gonna need more my crystal oscillators, but let me make as many as I can right now, just so stuff takes up less inventory space. There we go. And I'm gonna put the crystal oscillators away as well. I shouldn't have hit sort. Now I've lost track of where they ended up. There they are, okay. I'll put these into storage. Apparently I need to take some things out of storage. Fine, I'll carry the crystal oscillators on me. So I need to make more of them anyway. Okay, and how about... Right, don't need any more Nobelisk. Can I get you making things? For now, maybe modular frames. I'll shove some reinforced iron plate and iron rod in that. Find... Okay, cool. This is a full stack of iron rods. And reinforced iron plate. Have a full stack of somewhere too. Let me actually get a couple full stacks of that. Since I also need that for actual manufacturing. Or I'm building on the fly. Okay. And let's have you make some modular frames so I'm not constantly running out every 5 minutes. Because the theme of this playthrough has been Dubious runs out of modular frames. That's basically it. How's the ticket printing going? Pretty solid. Alright. Let me just check. What would I need to make more inhalers? Celia 137. Okay, this one doesn't require mycelia. Let me just quickly pull some stuff into my inventory for now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and also grab some leaves. I don't think that's enough. Grab some alien organs. And, oh, I don't have any mycelia stored, do I? Okay, I should grab some the next time around. For now, I should eat some barrel nuts. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Barrel nuts, barrel nuts. I feel nervous having the explosives out. There, okay. Now, it's making modular frames, it's fine. We need more quartz. To the quartz. Again! This time I should be able to ferry back more. In fact, if I freed up some inventory space, I'd be able to ferry back a bunch. Although I would hope I would have enough for immediate needs without more than filling up my inventory. Go get some quartz and we'll see if the power lines suppress spawning. Zoom zoom. Ooh, mycelia. I need that extra. Apparently there was some limestone in that as well. I don't need limestone. Ah, shoot. I let that spawn in. Well, some alien carapace at least. Limestone and silica. Okay, I didn't know. I guess I did. I didn't know you could harvest silica directly as a rare resource, as a raw resource. Gonna have a bit of trouble with limestone taking up inventory space potentially. Honestly, I'll just drop limestone if it comes to it, though. I've got limestone extraction. It's effectively renewable. Well, literally in this game, renewable. Limestone, making some room. Celia on the ground here too. Okay, 300 mycelia should probably be enough for immediate needs. the great journey for quartz once again. Great crystalline pilgrimage to lands not really unknown. Zoom. Oh look, even more limestone. Right. Step. Just to regret not freeing up more inventory space. Let's sort that. Let's see, is there anything else I can really... No, not really. Okay. Oh. Grab as much quartz as we can. Time to head back. Welcome back, Navillion. Maybe I should just build a truck and drive it over. And record the route as well in the process. Feeling very tempted to do that. Your company is appreciated regardless, Navillion. Thank you for your viewership and your support. I am now grabbing random mushrooms off the floor. So this is fine and productive. It looks like having the power lines running through here does suppress enemy spawns at least. The zip line, or the power lines running close to the rocks, so I keep them to one side so that they don't get in the way, especially if I later on build a train line. Although eventually the train line, once complete, would replace power lines. The power can run through train lines. But in the interim, if I make a vehicle route running resources through here, I don't want the power lines getting in the way, so I put them as far to the side as possible. It does cause problems when ziplining, though, that is true. But also the Blade Runners are actually as fast as the zipline on level ground anyway. You don't need that much space to fit something like a tractor through, but it helps to not have to drive super carefully when I am recording the autopilot route. I'm also still very slowly working on modular frames. 3 reinforced iron plates a minute, 12 iron rods a minute. Got it. Okay, raw quartz for this machine. Go ahead and... oh, there's not much more storage space here. Not any, really. It's fine for now. Maybe I need like a personal industrial storage or something. You know what? I'm gonna make that. Personal industrial storage unit. Part of the research area. Oop. Just access it from here. And right now it's containing raw quartz. And crystal oscillators. I am going to make some more nutritional inhalers with the stuff in here. grab the raw quartz out of that. Okay, nutritional, well, medical inhalers. Okay, I don't have enough alien organs to make that one anyway. Apparently, so I didn't really need to go and get all of that mycelia. It's nice to have. Let's put the alien organs back in storage. And get barrel nuts out of storage. Okay. Now make the proper medicinal inhaler that doesn't burn mycelia that I need for other things. And yeah, I shouldn't have eaten those pale berries. I'm very much blocked on pale berries for medical supplies. There's way too much crap in here. Okay, well that's... I can click on... Okay, I was actually clicking on the... I thought I could name... I was excited for a moment, I almost thought I could name the storage chests. So what's in here? Oh wait, no, that's my inventory with the color gun. Go ahead and merge those inhaler stacks. How's the map doing? Not working on anything at the moment. Take the stacks of raw crystal out of here. Put the silica and the refined core quartz out of here. You're gonna need to refine more. Actually, I will take the... I'll take the quartz crystal out. The quartz crystal out so I can keep an eye on my to-do list there. Okay, while that is working, I should go hook up the output of the steel production. So with 120 iron rods. Okay, I need to make screws. I need to make screws and iron plates. So I need 30 iron plate a minute, 60 screws. And I wish I had the alternate screw recipe. There was a screw recipe that's so much simpler and more efficient. But anyway. What is the constructor recipe for iron plate? 30 iron ingots minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna run 3 of those. I'm producing excess iron plate over here as well. I could actually, this delivery line might actually come in handy. I could actually siphon off this one. This one has 10 extra iron plate. Minute. And assuming I wanted to run 2 of these, I'd need 60. No, it makes more sense to run 3. Makes more sense to have it to run 3 iron plate structures. Utilizing 90 iron ingot output. And these can be direct connected as well. Oh wait, no, they can't, not easily because of the distribution. That's fine. I can compact things a little bit though because of the nature of the setup. Actually, no, I will follow standard templates and resist my urge to compact things. Yeah, it's not worth the inflexibility if I have to rearrange things. I think. Although, at the same time, if I have to rearrange things, chances are I have to break stuff down anyway, but... stick to my standards, for now. Okay, that's a merger. Have the merger output this way for now. Is that over? Yeah, okay, I don't want the merger overlapping into the structure that can cause weirdness. The smelter, rather. Three and 4. So each of these producing 30, they can deliver with a mark 1. $30, $60, $90, and $120 coming out this end. And now I need a constructor. This could be further in. Alright, as soon as it doesn't obstruct clearance. Oop, further forward as well. Oop. 1, 2, 3 would be good enough, I think. And now, just a splitter, simple splitter manifold. Oh, hang on. It needs to be one step further in. Alright, place another constructor for reference. And I can replicate the steps from... replicate the alignment from there. Okay, 3 constructors. 1, 2, and 3. Set them all to iron plate. You know what? I'm gonna neaten things up a bit while I'm here, because this needs exactly 30 iron plate a minute, doesn't it? Each smelter immediately power. I'm going to make 80... No, that the numbers don't work out. I'm still going to neaten things up, however. Somewhat. Maybe. Should I? I can get rid of the need for this delivery line right here. And then I can compact the smelters more neatly and so on and so forth. You know what? I am gonna do that. Okay. I'm gonna produce 80 iron plate right here, potentially more, and then we'll figure out the excess from that. That means, however, that I am going to... How much iron is going out here? 60 iron ingots a minute are going out here. I can repurpose this for something else, and hopefully something that needs pretty much exactly 60 iron ingots a minute. So, time to begin rearranging stuff for a bit. I am going to pull down these stackable conveyors. 2, 3, and their associated conveyor belts, filling my inventory with iron plates. Lovely. Also going to just pull apart this conveyor lift, conveyor belt. For now, I'll leave the splitter in place so stuff can feed into the storage for moment. Let me pick up the quartz crystal from here. Excellent. Save that raw quartz. I need save that raw quartz, it's useful for other things. And we have some modular frames, cool. Now I am going to put the raw quartz back into big storage here. In fact, what can I do with this? Can I divide up my things more usefully? I'll work on it another time. For now, let's make some crystal oscillators. Having a map will be so useful. Turn off. Okay. Oh, and I have stuff I need to make stators as well. That's good. But for now, map research. Wait, let me grab the other crystal oscillators and put the quartz crystals away. Anything else I need to put away? Oh, alien carapace needs to go in here. Map research! At long last! Am I out of beacons? I funneled all my beacons into that. Let me make some more beacons, just in case I need some. 5 should be enough. And let me shove some crystal oscillators back in storage. Or a crystal oscillator back in storage, where it can sit there and be annoying for many more eternities. Okay, with no more need for the connectors here, I can undo this weird positioning with the smelting array and make it take up a lot less space in the process. Also, fill my inventory with iron ore in the process. And there's gotta be so many iron ingots in my inventory. It's fine. It's fine. That leave a box? I don't think it left a box, but it's must have been pretty darn close to leaving one. Okay. Smelter can go directly into the array much more cleanly now. Iron ingots. Have some iron ore. And a full output with iron ingots. Pulling down those conveyor belts. You also have some iron ore and a full output worth of iron ingots. What's in the way? That's right. Pull down that conveyor belt. Pull down that conveyor belt. Same story for you. I need inventory space, please. And last smelter. which I incidentally also need to pull down. Okay, I'm going to hook up their power and outputs first. Actually, hang on a moment. Power pole Mark II. Let's put it over here. We can power 2 more off that power pole Mark II. We go over here, and 1 and 2. Cool. Now let's figure out the output story. As my inventory steadily fills up with iron ingots. Okay. Gonna want 4 constructors in an array here. And that actually lines up with the prior constructor arrays better than it did previously, which is nice. We have a map. Okay, you are all making iron plates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big splitters. Looking up from this side. Because of the way you align with your inputs. Pointing that way. Okay. So you'll be total taking 30 a minute in. So this will be 30. This will be 60. And this is just aligned. 30 in there, 100 and 90 going through there. So I'll need a Mark II. There might not actually be enough room for the splitter output here. Okay, I might have to reverse the direction of this. Which means I'll have to pull everything down again. I mean, I could feed everything into the existing transit array, I guess. But this is still, despite the neatness factor of having it link up, this is still a separate array. So let's pull it down and change the direction. And I have to pull these down as well. Because otherwise when I put the splitters back in, they won't connect. Or at least they often don't. I don't know if they're supposed to not connect. We can have this splitter take input from that way. And then the rest of them should all be in a simple manifold series. Okay. 90 coming out of there. And the rest, that's 30 in, 30 in, 60 from there, 30 in, 30 to you, and that's all the constructors hooked up for output. They will also need power. Can I do a power pole Mark II here cleanly? Or here? And run it to that. I mean, I can power 2 more machines from that Mark II. This Mark II can... Well, I'll make it further in then. I'll also position the conveyor mergers so I know where exactly they have to stand. And I realize I just built the constructors all too close, I think. Okay, apparently I can clip the mergers into the smelters a little bit. Don't want to make a habit of that though. Series output. One, two, three, 4. 30 out. 30 out. 30 out. And 30 out. The other end again. 30 coming out here. 60. 90. And 120. This power line can fit here reasonably neatly. Okay, that just needs to power the last 2 machines. And with the ore actually being taken out of these, or the iron, I can finally deposit the ore from my inventory. Oh, and some of the iron ingots too. There we go. More ore in a moment. Let's pull in all these belts down. Okay. More ore. And get in the machine. Thank you. Now to reconnect the inputs to these. Got manifold splitters facing this way. 2, 3, and 4. And 4. Okay. Should be 120 coming in here. I just need a Mark II. There we go. 120. 30 a minute hooked up to each individual machine. 120 coming in here. 90 still needs a Mark II. And these two can be connected with a Mark I. I mean, technically I could just use high tier conveyor belts for all of them, and I do like the look, but not being completely flippant with the output for once. Okay. Finally, this needs an input of 30 iron plates a minute. So let's get that reconnected so that we have some reinforced iron plates, because we need them. Right. Mergers. Again from this end. Start the manifold mergers. Pointing to the left. 1, 2, 3. And directly after that merger, I can fit one splitter. Taking input from there. And that should get the 30 that needs, so 20 output, 20 output, 20 output. That should be 20, 40, 60 coming out of this, and we're going to split off 30 of that. Swing that around. And fix that arrangement again still, because I put the forward too early apparently. There we go. I think that looks correct. I mean, technically it's still feeding the full 60 at the moment, but another 30 splitting off here with another 20 iron plates coming in there. Actually, we're making enough iron plates to fuel exactly 2. I'm not making any other iron plates here. Making enough iron plates to fuel exactly 2 reinforced iron plate producers. That might be a good number to stop at. I might switch this thing to something other than iron plates. We'll see if there's something I can make a neat to operate with a neat 30 iron ingots a minute. Or there's another there's some extra iron ingots coming out here, which could run 2 more iron plate producers, and that would get us to a neat, not a neat number unfortunately. Making 60, that would get us to 80. Hang on a moment, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, making 80 here, another 40, that would get us to 120. So maybe that would work out. I just have to funnel more of the iron ingots this way. But because of the way I've laid things out, that should actually be practical. And then I'd have to make 120 screws. Okay, what's the screw recipe? Got a few things working on screws. 10 iron rods a minute. And what's the iron rod recipe? 15 iron ingots a minute. So I could run iron rod production off just these 2. Like off just but or I could even out the iron plate production too. Okay, 10 iron rods a minute makes 40 screws. 20 makes 80 screws. 30 makes 120 screws, which is what I need, for a neat round number. But I'd have excess screws. Anyway, that's some progress made on automation. We have a proper iron plate hookup now, and I should go. Check. I haven't had these working on anything. Let's get the map.
The map has been unlocked.
Also, I can make radar towers soon, potentially. I don't think I can make heavy modular frames yet. I need more raw crystal, more processed quartz. Let's get the machine on it. Go. Okay, I think these 3 machines worth of iron plate is a good number to stop on. What I'm probably gonna do is pull down the machines over that end and then redirect the iron ingots through here. I'll have to turn this stuff around, but redirect the iron ingots through here so I can power all that juicy production. So what do I need in an assembler recipe for, oh, I can't change the recipe. Hang on, I can preview it though. Modular frames. I'll need, okay, 12 rods and 3 reinforced plates a minute. These machines produce 5 reinforced plates a minute. I'm running this one at full tilt, with the specific intention of creating a reserve in that machine assembling over there. But I could easily run potentially 2 assemblers producing that iron plate, or those reinforced iron plates. But 2 assemblers, yeah, 120 screws a minute, 60 iron plate. How many screws am I using now? I think I could easily, or reasonably, push through 120 screws from the remaining material here. Okay, how's this whole array looking for power output? Or power consumption? Yep, that's fine for now. I've got room to grow. So if I were to run 3 machines worth of iron plate production, 3 constructors right at the end, leave me room for a bunch of other production. Or well, 3 3 machines right here. That's fine too. How much left over? Effectively, I would have... I'd be redirecting the iron plates from there, or the iron ingots from here. So this is currently eating 30 iron ingot, 60 iron ingots a minute. That I essentially have, so I have 60 iron ingots a minute to work with, plus 60 iron ingots a minute to work with, plus the extra 30 coming off, so 90 iron ingots a minute to work with. It's pretty substantial. I think that'll work out nicely. Now, the other question is, how do I want to deal with redirecting this? Currently I have the feeds separated, and one feed kind of funnels in this way, but I need to run them, probably need to run them all the way through. Process the full quantity of iron. I might ease up on the habit of using the lowest rated conveyor belt necessary. Just like in any one section of a system, I'll use the highest rated conveyor belt that's needed for that section. Perhaps that makes sense. So at a manifold, I'll just like use the minimum rated conveyor belt that's used, needs to for it to be identical no matter what chunk of the manifold it is. Anyway, minor thoughts. Let's get around to arranging this, and I'll figure it out from. Okay, so you're going to be processing 240 iron ore a minute, and funneling that through. That needs conveyor belt Mark 3s, and I think I am going to be sending. Yeah, I'm going to be sending the output to the left to merge together. Alright, fun times. Gotta shut these down again. Okay, I've got breaking down this Mark II, breaking down this merger, belt, merger, spelt, merger, belt. I'm pretty sure the belts will refuse to reconnect if I don't break them down. Otherwise I would absolutely just rotate the mergers. Gotta manually feed some of the spare iron ingots I have on me into some of these. Pull down this belt as well. You know what, I'll use these two to drop spare iron ingots in for a bit. Keep on working. Okay. I need to run this whole thing down to the south end. Conveyor merger go. Make sure that's aligned right. And we're clipping into the things a little bit. I don't like it, but that's what we're doing. Okay, that looks correct. Make sure I see the double lines before I plonk it down. that's number 8. Okay. Individual outputs only need 30. No matter how long the manifold is. So 30 it's gonna be. It's Mark 1. But this whole array needs Mark 3s for its full to transfer through the manifold. Stuff will be transferred at the rate of a Mark 3 conveyor belt, or higher technically if I make the manifold longer. But yes, I'm going to stop my habit of carefully calculating being which conveyor belt I can get away with early in the manifold and just keep the whole manifold consistent. I feel like that is a better habit to have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Smelting 240 iron ingots a minute. And that needs to feed into all these machines heading that away. Also, have some iron ingots. Some of the factories are even slowing down just because of how backed up it is. Right. Belt Mark 1. Okay. This splitter can stay the way it is because, I believe it's ranged. Approaching others' clearance. Come on, let me hook it up. Oh no, this is, right, this is, no, it cannot stay the way it is. Okay. Let me try leaving that belt intact. Conveyor splitter. And we're taking input from that side. Conveyor Mark 3. Feeding through the iron ingots. Is it being fed? No, it's not. Okay. You need 15 iron ingots a minute, and Mark 1 will comfortably feed you. The splitter needs to be rotated, which means both attached belts need to be taken down as well. Also have some iron ingots. Okay. In fact, I'm just going to do all the dismantles in one go first. Splitter. Put up. Okay, and now let's line up the splitters, put them in one by one. Make sure I have oriented them correctly. Yep. The double lines. Lining them up. Hopefully make sure I'm not just aligning it with some... Okay, this needs 15 a minute. It's an iron rod maker. Why have I keep... Okay. Also an iron rod maker, I think, 15 a minute. And another iron rod maker, 15 a minute. Oh, all these need to be pulled down. Oh wow, I managed to have this entire area fed the wrong way. Okay, I have some iron ingots though. Splitter time. Is the feed side the correct side again? Yes. There we go. Do-do, do-do. Do-do and do-do. Technically, yeah, I can extend that further. I've got extra iron plates, but ironing is fine. Okay. Now, feed set up, and just run a markedly all the way down the manifold. It's being fed, it's being fed. It's being fed. Oh, I forgot to put the feed connectors here. 1, 2, 3, 4 constructors. 2, 3. Hang on a moment. Did I? Yeah. I decided to stop at 3 constructors. Yeah, okay, so not linking up the 4th constructor for the moment. Although it will need to eventually. But for now, 2, 3, the constructor feed, and the last Mark III connection. Okay, that's all cleaned up. We have much better space utilization, solid throughput, and I'll get rid of these iron ingots. So off this, we are currently making 60 iron plates, just being fed into this assembler. I believe 20 iron rods, and then a bunch of the other 40 iron rods are being used to make screws. 160 screws? So this is taking 60 screws a minute. It's taking 60 screws a minute, taking 160 screws a minute. Well, yeah, 160 screws a minute. Screw count is actually a bit problematic potentially. But have to deal. Okay, and that leaves us with, as we go down this manifold, I'll count it out manually. I think I had 90. I'll count it out manually. 240 coming in here. 15, 15, 15, 15. So that subtracts 60. So that's 180 from this point forward. Resisting the urge to downgrade the conveyor belt because of that. And wait, well, I need a Mark 180 anyway. 180, and we're pulling 30, 30, 30. That's 90. So yeah, we've got another 90 left over for other needs. Right. So, in order to make modular frames, I'll need at least 12 iron rods a minute. Well, 24 iron rods a minute. Wait, no. 24 iron rods a minute. The LCM 24 30s. Geez. We're gonna need extra iron rods for the screws as well. So let's make. I'll throw down at least 3 iron rod constructors. So that's... Whoa, turn around. There we go. Snap 2 please. 1. Constructor 2 and 3. Iron rods, yeah, 15 iron ingots a minute. Get these foundations laid down. All the way across, please. Okay, constructor 1, 2, and 3. And you all need to be set to iron rods. Well, actually, no, 2 of you will make 30. How many are needed? Okay, 2 of you will make 30. Sorry, 3 of you. No, 2 of you will need make 30. 24 a minute will be needed for... 24 a minute will be needed for modular frame production. How many are needed per screw? What do you say? 10. Still want it to be a more... Okay. 24... 12, 24, 48, 60. 12, 24, 48, 24. Numbers, math. Okay. We'll do the 3 for now. And I'll figure out stuff as needed, I guess. The splitter will need to be probably... Wait, no, it doesn't need to funnel in. Oh wait, it does need to be separated from the other output though. That's fine. For now, let's get these machines set up and powered. 1, 2, this needs to be a Mark II power pole. And 3. Splitter connected. 1, 2 splitters, 3 splitters. Each of these, okay, input can be covered by a Mark 1 conveyor belt, and we follow the Mark 3 standard for the rest of the manifold. It's the manifold's main bus. Forgot to set this last one to iron rods, apparently. Okay, 60 screws a minute. To make 60 screws a minute, I need 15 iron rods. Um, 24, blah blah. Okay, I mean, I'll need more of the iron rods as well. But I think I might put some reversed constructors at the end of this, potentially. But what else do I need to make directly from the from iron ingots for this whole affair? Screws, plates. So modular frames, reinforced iron plate, and rods. Reinforced iron plate is screws and iron plates. I'm making enough iron plates. I need to make the screws. Okay, I don't actually have any other direct use of the remaining iron ingots. So I will probably turn all 90. 1, 2, but this is 1, 2, 3. That's 45 at the moment, and I can put another 1, 2, 3 into and funnel that into iron rods as well. Might need to step the factory up a bit if I want to keep expanding it this way though, because we have terrain. Terrain is helpful, terrain is painful. Everyone's best friend and worst enemy. Asterisk in factory games. 1, 2 constructor, 3 constructor. Okay, and let me sum it the other way to make sure I'm doing my maths right. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. 120, 150, 180, 195, 210, 225, and 240. Yep, that's using up all the iron being put out by the Mark II. Let's get these machines powered. One more machine power off that 2 line, and then actually let me put down the I'll put down the splitters and mergers so I know where I can put a power line. Or I could power them off this line, since I don't need more smelters in this array. Until I need more smelters in the array, that works fine. Okay. I'll take it. The splitter's pointing the wrong way. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Mark 1's 15 on inputs. Mark 3's for the rest of the manifold. 2 and 3. Okay, now manufacturing 90 iron rods over here. With clean screw. So for a comfortable multiple of screw production, I need to harness 1, 2, 3, 30 of that, which I can absolutely do. That's these last 2 machines over here. I can put into screw production. Conveyor mergers, please. Let's send the output to my left. Merger. 2 mergers. I can make this a direct connection. 15 out, 15 out. This particular manifold chunk will only ever handle 30, so I can just do it with Mark 1s. And 4 constructors. Looping back the other way. Hang on a moment, let me put a splitter down. It's aligned with this one. Where's the input? There's the input. Now I can line up the constructor correctly. Or not. Apparently I had it sideways. I'm a professional at this, I swear. I mean, not really, all I have is a degree. Okay. 3 constructors of screw production. Let's do it. 1. That's 10 iron rods a minute. 2. 3. Taking in 30 iron rods a minute. 1. 2, 3. And the manifold main bus only has to handle 30, so conveyor Mark 1 will do fine. Let's grab some power for this. Okay, that's going to become a Mark 2. Can I fit a power pole in here? Yes, I can. One, 2, and 3. That's all set up. Producing 120 screws a minute. 60 of those screws will be needed for the iron plate production. And modular frames, I keep forgetting the recipe, need reinforced plates. Reinforced plates need yeah, another 60. Right. That's literally the same recipe as this. 60, another 60 a minute. So half of those screws will go into the next iron plate assembler. And half of them will be effectively spare, I think, which is not the worst thing, because I need screws for various things. Right, let's see if I can get this at least to making the iron plates. Okay, I'm gonna have to readjust. I'm gonna have to adjust this splitter and this conveyor belt. Novillian says, when you make the thing, do you get 20 screws back you didn't use? I am assuming that is an assembly joke. If so, well, but part of this game, I will note one neat part of Satisfactory that I actually find quite pleasant is that almost everything is perfectly renewable and consistent. There is actually legitimately or next to no resource wastage. So, answering the question probably not entirely not in the spirit in which it was asked, but funnily enough, no. No, I don't get back the screws I didn't use. Okay. Let's got these conveyors. Redirect the merger to point outwards. So that's another 20 iron plates. 20, 20, 20. 60 iron plates total. And I could split 30 off each assembler. So then I put a splitter. Let me put it in line with is that in line with the conveyor belt? Yes it is, good. Right, I need another reinforced iron plate assembler. Fortunately, I have enough for an assembler on me. It's gonna be out here. Do 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 do. Oh, hey, truck. You scared me for a moment. I'm going to dismantle this briefly and leave it unfilled for now because of the power line running through it that's going to bug me otherwise. Probably going to have to we're going to want to relay the power for that line from somewhere else. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, so I don't leave a hole in the foundations which I inevitably fall through. Did I need that? Can I connect it directly here? Yes, I can. Cool. I'm going to pull this down. And pull some of these lines down so I can pull this connector. Power is still being relayed, I'm pretty sure at least. Let's finish laying down these foundations then. Right. What's the closest I can squeeze an assembler in here? About there. Takes up a bunch of space still. That's gonna be a Mark II power line. Let's rate that. So you can connect up this assembler to... Oh, no. Connect it up here then. Still want to connect the truck station from its floor. But, an exercise for another time, perhaps. Oh, what I can do, actually, is make use of these wall outlets, finally. Like I can put one on the outside here. Does that look nice? And, it's not quite positioned where I want it. And it's very hard to build from out top. Okay, putting it down to the bottom. Wall outlet kind of right at the edge there. And run a power line down to the wall outlet. Run the wall outlet down to the truck station. Also pull down this ladder because I want to fill in that foundation. Put a ladder up somewhere else. Maybe closer to the space elevator? I'll have a ladder by the pillar for now. I guess it kind of makes sense to have a ladder on the pillar. I wonder if I could poke a, maybe build a small hole in the floor that I can't just wander over and fall through. I know I will. The Blade Runners actually mitigate enough fall damage for that not to be fatal, or actually damaging, I think, but still, I don't want to fall through things. Okay, reinforced iron plates, and it's powered. Okay, so the other 30 reinforced iron plate minute coming in from here. 1, 2, do. Looks even. And 60 screws a minute. So that's half of the screw output from here. Right, let's get the merger series going here, pointing to the right, or my right. I see 2 lines of conveyors. Okay. Each of the outputs can be handled by a Mark 1, but the bus itself handles 120. So, Mark 2 conveyor it is. And I want a splitter here. Deal with the output from that. Or I can put it right at the corner, I think. Where it also does the turn. Alright, Mark 2 conveyor. And then a simple Mark 1 can handle the 60 needed for this. Got more reinforced iron plate production. And okay, of the reinforced iron plate that is being produced, 4 per minute is needed for smart plating, which I am continuing to manufacture. And how many is needed for a modular frames assembler? Let's plonk down an assembler just to check the exact modular frame, or I could build it with steel pipe. Interesting prospect. Takes less reinforced iron plate. But I do. Okay. With 2 assemblers, I can run 3, essentially on 24 iron rods and 6 reinforced iron plate a minute, so I can fully utilize reinforced iron plate output. Just wondering if I want to scale back the smart plating output. Technically it should be 2 assemblers. I have 1 overclocked assembler here. And now I don't easily have the space to throw down another one. Good to know, a good thing to keep bear in mind if I ever need to save power. I really don't want to put down more power infrastructure. I could cut down like 30 megawatts off that assembler alone. Okay, so I need 2, rather 2/5? 3/5. I need 3/5 of the reinforced iron plate that's being assembled. I mean, I could wait for this to back up and then use a use a splitter on the overflow to feed what I need. That would take a long while though. How do I construct a 3 and 5 3/5 splitter? Split it into thirds. I mean, I could essentially split it into half and then split one into 3 and 5 and oh, that doesn't quite work. Brain, I'm not apparently not doing fractional maths at my best right now. Okay. So I need 3/5 expressed factors of 2 and 3. Or 6/10. 2/5 as well. It would do fine if I just merge the remainder. Split it into 3. 2/3. Split half of 1/3. It's 2/3 minus 1/6. Okay, brain's not doing this at the moment. It might be a sign that this is a good stopping point for now. I'm not quite up to head math there. I mean, I could put it in and run the calculations, but another time, I think. We're making reinforced iron plates, almost making modular frames. Plenty of power to work with. Even feeding some to a remote quartz extraction point. And I'm printing coupons. So, that's good. I will take it. And wrap things up for today. Thank you very much for watching, folks. It's been grand. Let's see. What should I ramble through? Yes. As I wrap up, let's see. I should be streaming again on the weekend. Not guaranteed, but I'll try to make that work out. So next stream may well be more Satisfactory on the 9th at 0200 UTC. A bit earlier than today, hopefully, if well on time that works out. That about covers it. You can see my stream schedule down below or on my about page. You can follow me right here on Twitch. You can follow me at Dubious Physics on Twitter if you desire. All that good stuff. Followers get some emotes. Subscribers get more emote. They're neat. Do pick them up if you wanna. Completely optional, etc., etc. I've rambled enough, I think. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I will hopefully see you in the future. Do remember to take care of yourselves. You are absolutely worth it. This is Dubious Physics, signing off.